How you doing, Mr. DJ? I want to cover some more videos. Well, cover some more songs from Billboard's Hot 100. A couple of Billboard's Hot 100s from 1975 and 1978. There are just so many songs to cover, but I want to go ahead and move on to the 50s and early 60s next week, to the sock hop years, and circle back to the 70s, circle back to the 60s, and then circle back to the 70s. Well, you know how this game is played. Hopefully, Mr. D, I wish Billboard would just let me count down. Give me a job counting down the Hot 100, 50s, 60s, 70s. I got my fancy playlist from the 80s, 90s, and from there on, but that would be a nice little job to count down the top 100 hits of say, August the 12th, 1957. That's just a pipe dream. Number 9 Dream, like the John Lennon song. 1975, Billboard's Hot 100, 1975, August 9th, 1975, coming in at number 57. You're not going to believe this. Joan Baez covering an Allman Brothers song, Blue Sky, rockin' version of Blue Sky by Joan Baez, coming in at number 57 on Billboard's Hot 100. The original version was well covered by the Allman Brothers. Their version was recorded at Criteria Studios in Miami. Pretty big studio down in Miami, down in South Florida. The song was written by Dickie Bex, one of the big members, the founding member of the Allman Brothers. Dickie Bex, he wrote this song about his girlfriend. He married her later on. Her name is Sandy Blue Sky. Her last name is Wabegijig, a Native American. A tribute to her, his girlfriend, Blue Sky. This song appears in Diamond. Oh, by the way, the Allman Brothers version didn't make top 40. It was put out as a single. I'm thinking about around the summer and fall of 1972. But Diamonds and Rust by Joan Baez in 1975. Joan Baez on this album covers. It's basically a cover album. She covers, well, obscure records by Jackson Browne, Bob Dylan, Janis Ian, and she also does a duet with Joni Mitchell called Dida, D-I-D-A. The album track, the title track of the album, she did put out as a single. It was original that she wrote, Diamonds and Rust, which was really nice. The credits, the people, God dog it, a lot of people played on this album. Dean Parks, a session musician, played on this album. Larry Carlton played on this album. And David, I can't pronounce that guy's last name. It's P-A-I-C-H, something like that, who later became a member of Toto and co-wrote some of their big hits like Hold the Line. But a name that just, boom, that just hit me like a sledgehammer. A guy named Malcolm Cecil played on this album. Malcolm Cecil played a synthesizer. Now you're saying, my goodness, Mr. DJ, who the hell is Malcolm Cecil? Malcolm Cecil is a blues guitarist. He's from England, jazz bassist rather, from Britain. He teamed up with a guy named Robert Gulaf. Probably mispronounced his last name. I believe he's also from England. These two British guys, they hooked up with Stevie Wonder, and they helped shape this sound in the early 70s, early to mid 70s, post Motown. They co-produced Stevie Wonder some of his biggest, his most inventive albums, Music on My Mind and Inner Visions. They co-produced, they had a big hand in producing Stevie Wonder's Living in the City. Living for the City, rather, I believe was the name of the record. Late 73, early 74, one of Stevie Wonder's great opuses. Social Commentary, Malcolm Cecil, and Robert McGoolab, all over that record. Malcolm Cecil playing the synthesizer on Diamonds and Rust. Made my night just finding out about that. This is Joan Baez with Blue Sky, number 57 on Billboard's Hot 100, and that's it. Didn't get any higher than that.